This podcast is supported by MIDI Health. Are you in midlife, feeling dismissed, unheard, or just plain tired of the old healthcare system? You're not alone. In fact, even today, 75% of women seeking care for menopause and perimenopause issues are left entirely untreated. But it's time for a change. It's time for MIDI. MIDI's not just a healthcare provider. It's a women's telehealth clinic founded and supported by world-class leaders in women's health. Their clinicians provide one-on-one, face-to-face consultations where they truly listen to your unique needs. They offer a full range of holistic, data-driven solutions that isn't one-size-fits-all care. This is care uniquely tailored for you. At MIDI, you will find that their mission is clear: to help all women thrive in midlife, giving them access to the healthcare they deserve. Because they believe midlife isn't the middle at all. It is the beginning of your second act. Ready to feel your best and write your second act script? Visit joinmidi.com today to book your personalized, insurance-covered virtual visit. That's joinmidi.com. MIDI, the care women deserve.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan.
That's my husband, Alan Evans, and we do a podcast together. It's been, a year and a half now, babe?
Year and a half? Yeah,
started about a month before we got married.
It's been a long time.
Oof.
Oh, well, we started right before we got married.
Right.
Yeah.
About a month before we got married, like around June-ish.
It was actually Bossman George's idea.
Mm-hmm. It's his fault.
I can't take credit for this one, and you can't take credit for this one.
He strongly encouraged it.
Yeah. He just said, hey, man. Hey, podcasting's something you got to be doing right now.
Yeah.
I know Kelly's going to give you a rash of it because she doesn't want to do it. But hey, man, listen, if you don't have a podcast in 2 years, you're going to be old news. So you better get one.
So we got one.
Hey, man. Yeah, that's kind of how it went.
Pretty much.
And I was like, okay, what do I do?
He just showed up and started talking. That's really about the extent of it.
Well, no, there's a little more to it than that.
Oh. Well, there's become more to it than that. At first, we just showed up and started talking.
Yeah.
But, here we are, many podcasts later. Some people maybe go back and listen to those early ones, and they'll see how far we've come.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How we progressed.
First couple we did up at the Kid Craddock Morning Show studio, nationally syndicated Kid Craddock Morning Show studios.
Yeah, we took phone calls because we didn't know what to do.
Took phone calls. Podcast was about 20 minutes long.
Yeah, we were scared.
We said hello and hi, okay, bye.
And I talked a lot over you.
Oh my gosh.
I was so nervous because I'd done radio for so long and Alan never had. So I nervously talked the entire time.
Here, I'll pick up your dime and give it back to you.
Why? That's not a dime. That's the truth. You'd never done radio, and I've done it forever.
And I still haven't done radio.
Right. Well, this is sort of an extension. So I panicked and just talked all over you. It was I was a nervous wreck. You would think I wouldn't be, but I was.
Oh, it's okay.
And then when I was a guest on Weekly Dose of BS, our sister podcast, with Brandy and Stephanie from Real Housewives of Dallas, they also invited Melissa Rycroft Strickland from Logically Irrational. And I'll tell you, I was a little nervous because it wasn't my show. Yeah, I was a little nervous being a guest. I was a little tongue-tied at first.
You're a regional radio star.
Well,
how could you be nervous?
It's different when you're the guest and it's not your gig, right?
That's right.
But today's podcast, we're going to say, spoiler. We've warned you last week on the last podcast, which was earlier this week. We said, look, homework assignment, go watch Abducted in Plain Sight on Netflix. We all want to be able to discuss it freely, and we're going to spoil it. If you haven't seen it, we're going to spoil it. Now, even if you haven't seen it and you hear us talk about it, you're still going to want to go watch it for yourself because it's shocking and hard to believe what we're going to say.
We are going to peel back the layers on this onion, or what do they say in Bible study? We're going to unpack the text.
Yeah, something like that.
And get down to the crux of the matter. Yeah. But yeah, we watched that Abducted in Plain Sight, so we're going to do kind of a review on that show. Major spoiler alert here, guys.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
We're going to talk about a lot of details. Also, I'm not doing a bit. The show is about adult themed things that if you have a child that listens to our podcast,
This might not be the one.
it's probably not the one for them to listen to.
But you still need to have talks with your children, not listening to this podcast, about what's not acceptable with adults.
Yeah, right.
But it's hard when your parents are the ones allowing it to happen. How can you have this conversation with your children? I don't know. So we're going to talk about that.
We're going to get into that. We got some letters. We also are going to talk jeans.
Yeah.
Kelly bought me some jeans for Valentine's Day, which sparked some discussion on the nationally syndicated Kidcratic morning show.
It did.
Was laying there in bed at about 6:10 a.m. and I heard something about skinny jeans and me, and I'm like, whoa, what are they talking about?
Well, about you and skinny jeans is what we were talking about.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about jeans.
Yeah, we will.
Men's and women's jeans.
Okay.
And maybe what men's underwear says about a man.
Well, I've got you having a new conversation with your underwear.
So that's what we got, babe.
All right, got a
we
lot to get to.
I think we got a great show.
And you know what we got to do first? Take care of just a little bit of business before we get started. Alan and I have been on a weight loss program, and one of the things they want us to do is drink lots and lots and lots of water. And I would like to get even more hydration, because the more you drink, the better it is to flush out toxins and things like that. So that's why I love Liquid IV. Liquid IV, you just add it. It's like a flavored little powder you add to your water bottle, shake it up and drink it. It makes it taste good, but it's doubling your hydration. So you're getting even more hydration benefits than just drinking plain water. It's also not your average electrolyte drink mix. It uses cellular transport technology.
CTT.
It's very fancy words,
Yes.
but basically it's a certain ratio of glucose, sodium, and potassium, which we have learned is so important if you're experiencing cramping from working out, or if you're experiencing lethargy, if you're lethargic. I'll just say that. So Liquid IV is good for all that stuff. If you plan on going skiing and you suffer altitude sickness, Liquid IV, because what you need is hydration, hydration, hydration.
Here's a big selling point for me, babe. Non-GMO. You got clean ingredients in this. It's
Trying to
vegan,
be clean.
free of gluten, dairy, and soy.
Yes.
Which we can have this.
We love Liquid IV. I'll tell you who else loves it. Nick from the Shut Up podcast. He loves this stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Well, Liquid IV is the fastest growing hydration brand, and you can find them everywhere, even Costco, where I was today. You can also find them at all Costco's nationwide, not just the one I went to in Plano.
Absolutely. We love Liquid IV. We know you will too. And right now, our listeners get 20% off at liquidiv.com when you use our code SANDWICH at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order on Liquid IV's website. So go to liquidiv.com, enter our promo code SANDWICH, super easy, babe, to get your savings and start getting better hydration.
That's liquidiv.com, promo code SANDWICH. Don't wait, get hydrated today.
Boom.
Speaking of drinking, this is a really weird thing. I just wanted to bring this up because I found it fascinating. So Emma Kelly, she went to a birthday party this past weekend, and the moms group text afterwards. Some of the moms that stayed for the party shared pictures of the girls. And then one of the moms mentioned something about, hey, I'm in charge of coordinating all the drinkers for the local police department. What? She somehow got recruited to be the person who gets people to come out and drink all day so the police officers can practice pulling people over for DWIs.
Oh, wow. But it's in a controlled environment.
It's in a controlled
obviously.
environment.
Yeah. Wow.
So you are volunteering and doing your part to help the police protect and serve us by getting a good buzz on. Isn't that crazy?
What a
she
job.
Said, I wrote it down. She said they need 10 drinkers per day next Thursday and Friday.
Is there any way we can slip into that?
I know. If we weren't on this weight loss program, I would, because that sounds fun. But yeah, they got to practice, I guess, doing the field sobriety tests and what you can, okay, so they'll probably, what I'm imagining is they'll have somebody go in a room and drink one glass of wine. And that would be below the legal limit, unless you're a very skinny person. Drinks affect people differently. And then I'm guessing they would try to guess if this person needs a breathalyzer or what. I'm just guessing. I don't know how that works. But they practice on real drunk people.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
That might be well, I don't know. Is fun
Field
is
trip.
fun the right word to say? I'd like to go do that sometime because
That
it
would
would
be
be fun.
interesting.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I had one glass of wine right now, that would knock me on my behind.
We've been very, very clean.
We've been very clean.
In that same group text, I had a moral dilemma.
Uh-oh.
I had to, after the birthday party on Sunday, Emma Kellie had been feeling bad all day Saturday, stuffed up, congested. She has allergies really bad, and we just assumed it was allergies. Did you not assume it was allergies?
We both thought it was allergies.
Thought it was allergies. So Sunday morning, she's congested, allergies, she's, lethargic. And I was like, well, that birthday party's coming up. How do you feel? And I gave her some Claritin, and she said, I want to go. Okay, so I took her. And 2 hours later, when the party was ending, I was on my way to get her, and she said, are you almost here? I really don't feel good. Okay. So I pull up, and I get her home, and I was like, why don't you just go? She went straight to her room, went to sleep. A little bit later, I went and checked her temperature. She had a fever. And I said, I know that strep and flu has been going around. So the next morning, when she still had a fever, took her to the doctor, and they said it'll be about 15 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes before the test results came back. They pretty much left the room, turned around, and came right back in because it immediately showed she had type A flu, which is the worst symptoms. So I had to go get her the Tamiflu. If you go to kellyandallen.com, last year at the same time, honey,
1 year ago.
Same time.
Well, she had strep.
And McKellie had strep, and our son Cole had
Cole
flu.
had type B, though, right?
He had type B.
Yeah.
But we got some advice from this wonderful woman who runs the Avexius medical centers.
Terry.
And she gave us a regimen to do with Cole. He felt better in, I would say, less than 24 hours.
Yeah, almost the next day. He was feeling much better.
And fever broke.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody's experience is going to be different. But it did involve Tamiflu and mega doses of, certain vitamins and keeping them on the Tylenol Advil. You can go to kellyandallen.com and look under the blogs and just scroll down to this time last year, and you'll see it. It's very obvious what the blog is if you know anybody or someone in your family has the flu. Did the same thing with Emma Kellie, and I'm telling you, with less than 24 hours, she was feeling so much better, fever gone, and she wanted to go back to school the next day. Well, here's my moral dilemma, is I hesitated. I was like, should I call these moms and warn them that my daughter was probably exposing all of their kids to the flu? And I thought, wow, maybe they wouldn't put two and two together and assume it was Emma Kellie. Maybe they thought they just all got it. But I was like, no, I have to tell them. I have to take the blame for this.
I think that's the right thing to do.
For sending my daughter to a party with the flu, I had to fall on the sword. So I typed that text out. I'm being honest. I typed it out and I read it. I looked at it. I was like, oh man, should I send it? And I sent it. And several of the moms wrote me back and thanked me. And I don't think any of them got it because I don't think she was running fever at that point. You have to be running fever to be contagious, right?
So you did tell them or you didn't tell them?
I did tell them.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think you did the
thought
right
about
thing.
not
No, I
telling
think you did the
them.
right thing.
Because I didn't want to be yelled at for being an irresponsible mom sending her to a party when I just thought she was suffering from allergies because she does suffer from allergies. So anyway.
You don't like to be yelled at.
I don't like people yelling at me. I don't like people being mad at me.
You get yelled at enough by Robert.
Yes. But the good news is today Robert messed up something.
What did Robert do?
Yeah, we were doing a contest and he didn't have the answer. And so when the caller guessed the answer, Robert just stood there and was like, oh my God, I can't remember the answer. And so he couldn't find it. And it was just a big funny mess. So we gave him a little bit of trouble about that. But tables were turned today for a minute. So anyway, that was my my moral dilemma.
And
nobody
you did the right
yelled
thing,
at me.
You did the right thing, and that all turned out good. Okay, we've got to get into some of this here.
Well, do you want to talk about the skinny jeans first and then get into the spoiler stuff?
I mean, we can.
Well, Allen has been...
You producing on the fly
Well,
here?
I don't know what order you want to do these things. I think once we're going to get into this talk about the abducted in plain sight, and we're going to run out of time.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Let's do jeans talk. Why are we doing jeans talk?
Well, because Allen and I have been on a weight loss program, and Allen dropped 20 pounds 4 weeks like that.
21.
21. Get credit for every pound. And
6 more to go, though. 6 more to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I thought for Valentine's Day, I didn't know what to get him. We just came off Christmas, and I got him a bunch of stuff for Christmas. I was like, well, what do I get him? I'll get him some new clothes, some slim-fitting clothes. So I got you a slim-fit shirt to go over your new trimmer belly. And I thought, I'm going to get Allen some skinny jeans. He's never worn skinny jeans before. And
I've just worn like normal jeans.
Normal jeans.
Yeah, just
straight
like
leg jeans.
straight leg jeans.
Man
yeah.
jeans.
Right.
So I bought a couple of pair because you don't know how they're going to fit. One pair was missized. It was the wrong size. So we didn't even try those on. They were way too small. But he held up the first pair of skinny jeans and you kind of scoffed.
Well, I was like, there's no way I'm getting my big fat butt in those pair.
He scoffed at them.
And the brand is John Varvatos.
Which runs small.
Which if you're a dude, you've ever tried on their suits, everything runs small. So I'm looking at them like, these look like little boy jeans.
I got a good deal on them at Nordstrom Rack. And so, if you're ever looking for, I don't pay full price for jeans. I get them from Nordstrom Rack. So anyway, got him those. And Allen tried them on and loved them.
Loved them. Have them on right now, as a matter of fact.
He has worn them, I think, every day.
I love
gave
them.
to
Y'all,
him
they're
on
so
Valentine's Day.
They're so comfortable.
So he took the other pair back that were missized and came home with an even skinnier pair of jeans that honestly look like he's wearing my leggings.
They're gray.
They're gray, so the color accentuates everything
Yes.
even more. But you know how leggings grip your calf muscles, and they're extremely tight there. That's what they're doing to Allen's leg, and I'm trying to tell him they're a little too skinny.
What do you think about?
I've created a monster.
What do you think about your husband's big man calves?
They look even bigger with the skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Your butt looks even smaller, let's just be
Whoa.
honest, because
Well,
you have a very small booty anyway.
Oh, I have one. I didn't know I had one
Very,
back there.
very small.
I didn't know I had one.
But yeah, I'm encouraging you to take the skinniest jeans back because these are the same jeans I make fun of JC from the morning show.
JC's
wearing.
got it going on though. He's got good style. He's got good style.
I think y'all should both wear them out on a guy's night out and see the reactions you get. They're way skinny.
Well, okay. So here's the deal. I found an article about jeans and dudes.
Right.
And I forget where this came from, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. But it's talking about here, if you're a thinner guy, what kind of jeans you should wear. Mm-hmm. And it says if you're a thinner build, you definitely don't want any baggy pants because that will overwhelm your figure.
Right.
On the flip side, denim that is too tight will highlight your thinner figure. So because your body is more of a rectangular shape, opt for a straight leg or skinnier fit.
Skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Not meggings. Man leggings.
I think they're fine, babe.
Did you keep them? The gray
Yeah,
ones?
I still have them.
Okay, we're going to have to put on a fashion show. Don't take the tags off.
Okay.
Don't take the tags off. And we're going to post a picture of him in his new meggings on Instagram.
Probably on Instagram. I posted a picture that you took of me with my new ones on,
The
and
skinny
people
jeans.
and people loved them.
I know,
You know
you
what I
look so
noticed
skinny.
though? You know what I noticed though? I was telling Kelly this. I noticed a majority of people that follow me on social media anyway are female.
Me too.
I'd say 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'd say 95% of the women who commented said, "Hey, love them,
Mm-hmm.
look good," and then the 10% of men who were on there that commented, they all hated it.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I was getting some love or they just can't rock the skinny jeans.
The skinny jeans aren't manly enough.
Oh, okay.
So wait till they see you in the meggings.
Gray. They're like,
But I'll take a picture of them
They're
and we'll
like-
post them. They'll be out. You're hearing this podcast on Thursday, February, what's tomorrow? 21st. We'll post those on the Instagram so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And you can tell them, keep them or return them in the comments.
and you know what? I'll take all the advice.
But you're going to do what you want to do.
I'll take it under advisement. Yeah, but I'm going to do
Yeah,
what I'm
I
going
know.
to do.
I know
Yeah,
you
you know
will.
I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
I know you will.
Yeah.
But I know for ladies, I am still a big fan of jeggings and leggings. My body shape, even when I gain a lot of weight, I've always got thinner legs. So what I do is I highlight my legs and then wear something blousy on top because it's, the balance of that. So I love skinny jeans. I love skinny leggings and things like
Is that a woman's fashion, not trick, but...
Well, it's what I do. I accentuate the positive.
Yes,
You
that's what I
always
meant.
accentuate
That's
the
what I
positive.
meant.
If your arms are your best feature, you wear sleeveless, shoulders more. You just accentuate whatever's working for you and camouflage the rest.
That's why I wear tight pants.
But they said in the thing, who, what, where.
Okay.
Okay, your calves and your skinny butt.
Okay.
They're saying in who, what, where that the upcoming months, the trends are these three things. These are the key types of jeans.
For women, right?
For women, the anti-skinny jean, very loose, extremely laid back. I get that, but I don't think that's for me. A skinny waist with real baggy throughout the rest of the body. I don't
get that. Kendall Jenner is rocking it in a picture here.
Skinny young girls can, I think, pull that look off.
Kind of the slouchy look.
The skinny jeans, still, they're good, thank God. They said if you haven't read about the new wave of skinny jeans, let's see, Victoria Beckham wearing the below skinny jeans. Okay, these on her, it's sort of like a hybrid of skinny and straight jeans, but tighter than the traditional straight cuts through the calf and ankle. So they're trying to freshen it up a little bit, because if they don't, you'll just stick with the same jeans you've always had.
Remember in the was it late 90s or kind of early 2000s? Ladies were wearing like low 90s. On the hip, 90s, but then they were tight on the thigh.
And then flared at the bottom.
They flared. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't even see their shoes.
Right. That was the 90s, and I did that.
You did that?
I did that. I think I might have one pair left from that era.
Why?
Because I think I wanted to try to get back into them.
Do they bring you joy?
Well, it was just, if I could fit into them, they would.
If they don't bring you joy, they're supposed to not be in your closet.
And then the high-rise jean, the high-waisted jean is back. I thought that went out of style, but yeah, my daughter, that's what she wants. These jeans that go all the way up to her ribs, you know?
Oh, the
high
the Jessica Simpson jeans?
Well, those are considered mom jeans, and that was an unflattering cut on her figure. You have to take your figure into consideration, because if you're big busted and the jeans come up to where your bust hits, it doesn't work.
I never noticed that.
You have to have enough separation between your waistband and your chest to give you an appearance of a waist.
I just saw a human being. I didn't notice anything like that.
Oh, they were unflattering.
Oh.
You can say something looks unflattering on somebody without name calling.
Yeah.
You know, and the right jean, nobody would have called her all those horrible names.
What were they calling her?
Oh, overweight and stuff, but, you know, names they call overweight people that aren't nice.
Yeah. Well, thanks, babe.
So anyway, we're going to let our family, our podcast family, see you in your jeans. And remember, let them know what you think. Return them or keep them.
So Kelly also bought me some other stuff.
Oh, new underwear.
Yeah. So tell everybody what the story with that is. And I'm sure this is a common thing. Don't a lot of ladies buy their guys their underwear?
Yes.
Okay.
Usually women do take care of that. But when I met Alan.
Okay, so why did you buy me new underwear?
Well, the first time I saw Alan in his underwear, as a married couple, of course, he wears bikini underwear. Now,
not briefs.
These aren't tidy whities. These are smaller than tidy whities.
They're all colored, or they're black, gray, red.
He likes
blue.
fashionable colors.
Yeah.
They're not white, but they are, the colors you mentioned.
Minimalist.
As small as he can find.
But they have a back. They have a butt.
Yes, without being a banana hammock, as they call it.
It's not a thong.
Not a thong. Yeah. But it's the smallest pair of men's underwear you can get.
Right.
I don't like them. I didn't like. Here's the thing. You get used to looking at them, because I expressed to him at that time, as a married woman, seeing my husband in his underwear for the first time, they're not my favorite, that I really like a man in boxer briefs. Now, and he said, I don't care. He didn't even take it under advisement.
No, I don't.
He said, I don't like them. Why don't you like them? Give the reasons.
Because the leg on a boxer brief, it goes down to like mid thigh, and then when you put your jeans on, it like rolls up and then gets all caught up in your groin, and I just don't like how it feels.
He didn't like it.
I don't like how it feels.
So for our 1.5 years of marriage, I've just gotten used to the fact that he wears his men's underwear. Not only are they bikini briefs, he gained some weight, and he never went up a size.
So you could see a lot of coin slot in the back.
A lot in the back and a lot in the front, because I don't think people realize when they gain weight sometimes that they might need to go up a size in their underwear.
Am I being fat shamed?
I'm not shaming you. I'm just telling you what happened.
I'm being fat shamed.
So as Alan has started losing weight, his very small underwear are fitting him better, the ones that don't have holes in them and the elastics falling out.
Well, here's the deal now. My underwear are like almost falling off.
Because you stretched them.
Yeah, because
when you got heavier.
I was, me and my sister were talking, and I was telling her the story about you buying me these underwear. And I said, it's like, sometimes I'll be fishing through the boys' underwear drawer, and I'll find a pair of 6'7s, and I can't tell if it's Cole's underwear or Dylan's
Right,
underwear.
they're too close in size now.
So then I put them on Dylan, and it ends up they're Cole's underwear because he can still fit in the 6'7s, and they like fall down to his knees. That's what my underwear are doing. They're like falling down to my knees.
Well, since I was taking a chance on getting him skinny jeans and a skinny fit shirt, I was like, okay, I'm going to try boxer briefs. I'm just going to give them to him. If he absolutely turns his nose up at him, that's fine. I'll take him back.
Different
I was going to
than-
try. Well, no. I went to go get boxer briefs.
Oh, okay.
I went to go get the boxer briefs, which he's told me he hates.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Nordstrom Rack again. You don't have to pay full price for Calvin Klein underwear either.
Right.
I'm looking, and right next to the boxer briefs is something called trunks. And they look exactly like boxer briefs, except the leg is shorter. And I thought maybe this would be a great compromise. So if Alan's willing to at least try them on, he might be willing to give this a shot and get rid of the bikinis. So not that I don't love you and I'm used to seeing you in them. I'm just saying I would like to see you in something else. So anyway, I brought him home and he opened it, and the enthusiasm, wow, overwhelming that he got these underwear. He wasn't really excited about it. I don't blame him.
Here, just as a side note, I'll let you finish your story here. Just as a side note, when Kelly gives me something, if I'm not doing a frickin' somersault from
It
here,
doesn't have to be a somersault.
from here to the living room, it's like you think you failed.
I just would like you to say, "Oh wow," or something. It's just like, "Thanks, babe."
That's
It
not
was
what
like-
I
it was-
said.
you were
That's
so
not what I
unenthusiastic.
said.
What did you say? How do you recall it?
I opened it and I was like, "Oh wow, new underwear! What kind do we got here? Oh, they're trunks. Oh, okay. Well, I'll try them. I didn't know. I'd never tried them on
And
before.
and even if that was
Which it was.
he's trying to make himself look better.
Which it was.
So imagine that dialed down about 5 notches, because that would be the reality, right? Because we all try to make ourselves look good.
Being misrepresented.
So anyway,
Misrepresented.
he finally, I was finally like, "Are you going to try on the underwear? Because you've tried on the jeans, you've tried on the shirt." He was putting off the underwear. He was not interested. But what happened?
Well, I put them on and I loved them.
You loved
I
them.
loved them. I couldn't believe it. It was just, they felt really comfortable. And then I put my pants on and the leg didn't roll up on me. So I was like, "Oh, okay, well, these are nice. And if Kelly likes them and she's not going to be all beaten down by my
I'm not being down.
manties, then I'll just wear these."
I accepted the manties, but now I'm excited. Alan was so excited. He couldn't wait. I said, it was rush hour. He said, "I'm going to go back and get some more." I said, "I'll pick him up on my way home from work tomorrow. Don't worry about it." He went anyway, got stuck in rush hour traffic in an accident. Took you how long to get home? But you had to have those underwear.
Took
He
me
got
like
it
a
in his
freaking
head.
hour to get home, and to get six pair of
He
underwear.
had it in his head. He couldn't wait till the next day because he loves these underwear so much. I'm so excited.
Now, this is a lot of underwear talk, babe.
Calvin Klein trunks, if you ladies want to try them for your men.
Now, I found a funny article about, because I'm thinking about all this, and I don't really care what people think about the underwear that I wear. I really don't. I wear them for comfort. But if we're being judgy McJudgersons, which we do sometimes, I found a funny article about what men's underwear says about the man.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we can go through a couple of these and
Okay.
you tell me if you agree or disagree. Okay, standard boxers.
Standard, that's the loose fit material.
Loose fit
Okay.
material, yeah. It's kind of like a pair of shorts, but they're,
Men are encouraged to wear them when they're trying to procreate.
whoa.
It's true.
If a guy's a fan of standard boxers, he's a classic kind of all-American dude. He's a Kennedy. Okay, maybe not that, but he doesn't stray from what he knows or what is comfortable. He's probably been wearing the same 5 pair of boxers his mom bought him at Ralph Lauren in 2008.
Oh.
He can handle a strong woman because he's an easygoing guy. He's chill, happily clad in his red, white, and blue boxers with little anchors on them.
Aw.
He isn't fashion forward or full of himself. Straight-talking guy with more important things to worry about than fashionable underwear. Okay?
Okay.
Celebrity doppelganger, Ben Affleck. Okay?
Okay.
Or Affleck.
Affleck.
Affleck. Boxer briefs.
That was my original preferred
Well,
underwear.
there's 2 here.
Now trunks.
These are trunks.
That's what you've got.
These
yeah,
are trunks.
now.
Okay.
This describes you
This
now.
describes me now. A guy who wears boxer brief trunks, is a cool dude who may not quite know what he wants out of life because life is a winding road. He's into what is cozy and snug. This is the kind of guy who will open up to you about his darkest childhood memory. When he fell out of a tree and his dad told him not to cry and be a man. He's sensitive, okay? He's unafraid of his emotions and passions and wants you to know he's good with that. He'll bring you coffee in bed and give... Whoa.
Okay, skip that.
Yeah, I can't read
Family
that
friendly.
and give you something before going on a 5-mile run. Wow. So he's a very giving man.
You need to grow into that lifestyle.
Yeah. He's a multitasker and a talker. He isn't afraid to rock skinny jeans, and he certainly isn't worried about what anyone thinks of him.
See?
This is me,
Just need
babe.
to work on that pre-run activity.
The dude is too busy at band practice. Do you love his band? He wants you to love his band. It's a celebrity doppelganger. David Beckham.
Oh, okay.
Bex.
Could have been Negan because you look like him.
Okay, boxer briefs, the standard kind.
Okay.
The kind I don't like. The long-legged ones. A lot of men wear these. This isn't your standard duck boy. He's a fully grown man with fully grown briefs. He's the strong, silent type your mom always warned you about. He doesn't say much unless he has something to say. But you can tell what he's thinking just by looking at him into his smoldering eyes, can't you? He doesn't play games and he doesn't mess around with hearts. He says what he means. He reads a lot of Edgar Allan Poe and talks about your future children, even though you've only been dating 3 weeks. He doesn't want to freak you out, but are you down to be together forever?
Down.
Celebrity doppelganger, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Okay.
He's a black British actor that many want to be the next James Bond.
Good eye, mate.
The first black James Bond. Be a very interesting. I'd like that choice.
Okay, tidy whities. This guy is cheeky and puckish. What does puckish mean?
Impish. Kind of, like sassy maybe, a little mischievous.
Really? Okay. He's the life of any party because his sense of humor is always on point. He's 98% personality, and it definitely works for him. He doesn't get embarrassed easily and is self-aware in a way that's actually super sexy. He knows himself, and that makes him cool without even trying. Celebrity doppelganger? Aziz Ansari?
Oh, yeah.
Who is that?
He's a stand-up comedian who's actually from South Carolina. He's an Indian, and he's the one that got in trouble. That lady wrote this horrible article about him, about how she was accusing him of taking advantage of her when I think she got a lot of backlash for it was just a really, really bad date. But now he's finally, coming back out and getting out there on the scene and doing stand-up again because he was really embarrassed.
Okay, so he's a tidy-whitey guy, huh?
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Okay. The next one?
Yeah.
Thong.
Well, you were one step away from thong.
I was not one step away from thong.
Bikini is one step away from thong because that's the next smallest size down.
No, bikini is on here. We're going to get to that.
I'm saying you were one step away from thong.
Unlike their lady counterparts, only 2% of men admit to wearing thong underwear.
They don't like panty lines.
Is it the most comfortable? No. Does it provide clean lines? Yes. A guy in a thong is a darn fearless man. He gives no ducks about society. He's his own darn person. And that is what is important to the thong-clad man. He wants to look good in what he imagines makes him look good, and he's willing to give up a little comfort if he needs to, even though no one asked him to do that. He's a total weirdo, but he's just doing his thing. Celebrity doppelganger? Big Chan Tatum.
Oh, is he a weirdo? He was a male stripper.
He could rock a thong.
Well, he wore one when he was a male stripper.
Yeah.
Are you saving bikini for last?
I'll say bikini for last.
There's more?
There's one more. Well, there's two more. Commando. Commando's actually last, but we'll do bikini last. He might be called down to earth or by some or dirty by others. If he's not one to wear underwear, he's not one to sweat the small stuff, probably. He likes old Western movies and smoking pot out of an apple pie. He probably does something off the cuff, manning the bar at a cool low-key dive bar while still living with his parents. Hey, it's rent-free. Well, the Commando guy's kind of a free spirit. Okay, here's the last one.
Who was his doppelganger?
I don't have
No
that information.
hippie doppelgangers living in their parents' basement?
I don't have that information. The last one is the mankini, otherwise known as the bikini brief.
Otherwise known as your brand of underwear.
His mankini is reminiscent of his old football jockstrap days, and he just doesn't want to leave the past behind. Not yet, but who could blame him? The man had butt cheeks that could cut diamonds. He's not going to cover that memory up with some flabby boxers. He's a wild guy. He's living like he was 10 years ago. He likes to party and he likes to dance. He's a good time guy. He might not make the best boyfriend, but he'll be a great fling and lay. He's too lazy for real underwear, but too cool for tidy whities.
Do you get what you're saying here? Is you were wearing the wrong underwear all this time. You were living a lie.
Babe,
I got you in the right underwear.
Babe.
Do you not see that? Based on what you just read, you think you're that guy?
Celebrity doppelganger Dennis Haysbert?
I don't even know who that is.
Because Major League 2 was many a gal's sexual awakening. Maybe he was in Major League 2.
I remember Major League with Charlie Sheen. I don't remember Major League 2. Do you see that?
Wait a second. This doesn't describe me. Butt cheeks that could cut diamonds?
No, you have no butt.
He's a wild guy?
No.
He likes to party and dance?
No.
He's a good time guy?
You're
I can't
nice
believe
and
you're
you're
throwing me under the bus. I can't believe you're throwing me under the
You're not
bus.
a party guy.
I can't believe you. On the New Year's Eve, who's out there dancing with you the entire night?
But I'm saying you're not that, the lampshade on the head drunk out there being a fool. You are the trunk guy. So I pegged you.
All right. Well, I don't know what article that
And
came
you're
from.
welcome.
That came from internet.com, but
Internet.
I thought that was funny. There was some good stuff in there.
All right. Well, before we get into the deep, dark stuff, abducted in plain sight, Alan and I were very, very honored for the February issue of Plano Profile to be on the cover. We have beautiful pictures. I'm sure you've been just sick to death of looking at them on our social media. But now we have all these beautiful, we have the magazine cover, we have some prints, and we're going to get them framed. We want that magazine framed, and we want it done perfectly. And so we're going to use FrameBridge.
Only one choice.
Obviously.
Yes.
Because they did such a beautiful job with our wedding photos. When I framed the wedding pictures to give as gifts to our family, our parents, FrameBridge is who we trusted. You go online and they have so many choices, but if you're not really sure, they even have people that will help you for free pick out the frames that would work best for your style, what you're looking for. And they deliver your completed piece. It's such a quick turnaround. I used to go with my mother to get stuff framed, and we'd have to wait 2 months because of I don't know what they had to do that took 2 months. But with FrameBridge, it comes back super fast. It's packaged beautifully. They even do a little handwritten note. It's just a class act all the way. And their prices start at just $39 and all shipping is free. Plus, with FrameBridge, our listeners are going to get 15% off their first order if you go to framebridge.com and use our code SANDWICH.
I'm about to use this code tonight.
We've got to get this stuff done.
We got to get her done. All right, so get started today. Frame your photos or send the perfect gift for weddings, birthdays, and special events. All you got to do, go to framebridge.com. Like Kelly said, use that promo code SANDWICH. You'll save 15% off.
An additional.
Yes, your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. That's framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH.
Mm-hmm. Got to get that done because we need to get some pictures hung on the wall in your office.
Here in the podcast studio with the live studio audience here, there are 2 FrameBridge framed pictures hanging up. Mm-hmm. Very beautiful pictures.
Abducted in plain sight.
I mean, where do we start?
Well, we gave you everybody a homework assignment,
Yeah.
and hopefully, this is the part of the podcast where if you don't want it to be spoiled, we'll talk to you next week. But we're going to talk about this, what everybody says is disturbing.
We heard this a lot. And
that's the word you keep hearing.
And Kelly and I knew nothing about this going in.
I knew a little bit.
I knew nothing. I was Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing. So we sit there, click on the Netflix. I get in the leather chair. You're over on the couch with Big Larry, and it starts rolling.
Yeah. And at first, it's a little kind of choppy. They kind of bounce around a little bit. It's like, what's going on here? And then after about 5 minutes, boom, you're hit with the story.
Kind of thought they were doing a bit at the beginning.
It was weird the way it started.
Weird.
It was weird the way it started.
But
they were interviewing the people today because this all happened in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you got 2 families. They're in Utah, Idaho. Okay.
They're in Idaho. I think you think it's Utah because some of the story did take place in Utah.
Right.
These were 2 Mormon families.
The Brobergs and the Berchtolds.
And they lived next door to each other. And the mom, Mary Ann, she was a choir leader in the church. Mm-hmm. And she noticed this new family showed up at church one day. And the man looked very friendly and they were talking to them. And they were such a nice couple. And the man, Mr. Berchtold.
It's the second time you've used that voice.
I know, I don't know why. I guess because I was watching that show last night. They called him B. So B sent them a fruit basket, and the dad, Bob, just thought that was just the nicest thing. Mm-hmm. Well, for 2 years, B wooed his way into this family.
Yeah, he did.
For 2 years,
Yeah,
he basically seduced.
Yeah, he wooed his
the
way
family.
in there. He sure did.
Now, B had his own wife and children, which they never talked about his kids. Did you notice that? It was only the wife. They talked about her.
Right.
But they were, so the kids were all friends together. They do sleepovers and different things.
Yeah, they did.
Well, what happened was B was infatuated with the middle daughter who was 12 years old.
Jan.
He nicknamed her Dolly. And he was infatuated with her. And so for 2 years, he put in the work. He was so infatuated, he was willing to put in the work for 2 years to get what he wanted. And that was that 12-year-old little girl. Well, so she was younger than that when he met her because she was 12 when he abducted her. So when she was 10 when he met her, I guess, right?
A couple other things that just blew me away watching this. You know, you watch something like that today, and this guy wormed his way into this family. He's trying to get to the 13-year-old daughter. He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
And that's what a lot of pedophiles do. They woo you. He's such the nicest guy ever. You would never suspect.
He could sell ice to Eskimos.
Yeah, they were looking, like the little girl said, I considered him a second father.
Yeah, right. They all trusted him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, today, I think we all everyone lives a little bit more skeptically than they did back in the 70s in Idaho. I think another thing that complicated this whole situation is they were all members of LDS.
Mormons. Mm-hmm.
So they were very, what's the right word? It is very easy to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
Like if something wasn't quite right, they'd be okay with it.
Because in their
still.
faith, you forgive.
Yeah.
And
but he kidnapped the girl twice.
right.
And even after that, the parents would allow Jan to go see this man alone, or he
crazy.
would sleep over alone.
Yeah, it started with he would give her what she thought were allergy pills or vitamins, and they were sleeping pills. And at these sleepovers, while all the other kids were asleep, she said at first she noticed that her panties would be down around her ankles. And he said, oh, you were having a nightmare and you were thrashing around. That must just happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that escalated to he seduced the mom. She's just talking about it like, we kissed and then he put his hand on my breast and then it went a little further.
Then we necked.
We didn't go all the way. Not then.
Next thing I knew, we were having intercourse.
No, that wasn't the first time.
Oh.
Not for the first 2 years, right? So then, okay, so he's playing both parents. He takes the dad out and says, I'm having trouble with my wife. Let's go for a ride.
Okay.
This is the dirty part.
Hold on. Your coworker on the Kid Craddock morning show.
Uh-huh.
I'm just using him as an example because he's a friend of mine, has a family, has children, as do I.
Uh-huh.
If JC ever came to me and said, hey, bro, you want to go jump in my car and let's just me and you take a ride?
You would.
Well, I'd start asking some questions. What do you?
Not at that point.
Where do you want to go, JC? What are we doing?
No, he said, I'm having problems with my wife, which I just need to talk. You would get in the car and go.
Okay, and
you
then
would.
and then let's go.
But you wouldn't go all the way.
Let's go roll on over to the park.
Well, yeah, because you just drive somewhere and stop to talk.
Two guys should never drive to the park.
Okay, well, you didn't know where it was going. And then...
Oh, I knew where it was going.
Not...
I absolutely knew where that was going.
I'm saying, if you had a normal relationship with a guy, just said, I need to blow off some... I just need to talk.
Blow off some steam, all right.
So the man is sitting there, dad, and says, I look over and notice that he is aroused.
Oh my gosh. This was, oh my God. You're making me tense again.
I can't stand my wife, but I need to release my pressure. Will you help me out? And Bob helped him out.
Unbelievable.
Bob helped him out.
Unbelievable. That was the tensest 1 minute of television I think I have ever watched.
Awful to watch. And do you know what I found out? You know who else heard that story for the first time? Bob's family. They did not know that had happened until they saw the documentary. So his wife's sitting there because she's carrying guilt that she cheated on her husband with B, never knowing that her husband gave him a hand job. Until the documentary. Unbelievable.
I mean, that's making the ultimate sacrifice right there.
You shouldn't have done it at all.
So now,
anyway,
but
the
here's the
reason he
deal.
did it-
Yeah, because he's got dirt on the guy.
He's got dirt on the wife and the husband.
Right.
That he can use later. He doesn't know when he's going to need it, but he knows he's going to need it. So the first time he says, hey, I want to take Jan on to a horse farm.
Right.
Because every
yeah,
12-year-old girl loves horses.
No problem.
None of the other kids, they knew he had a weird thing for Jan, a very close bond, but it's sort of like a father-daughter thing. So they take off and they don't come home. Overnight happens. Don't come home. Another couple days pass. Well, I wonder where they are. Something must be wrong. Well, maybe we should call somebody. Should we call the police? I don't know. Well, they tried calling somebody. She tried calling the FBI, and it was a Saturday. And they said, the FBI is closed, so here's another number if it's a real emergency. And she decided because it was Sunday, she didn't want to bother anybody on a Sunday and didn't want to get too many people worried. They waited 5 days
Unreal.
to call in a missing persons report.
Unreal.
They hadn't heard a word. This man took off with their 12-year-old daughter, and they didn't know what happened. They figured, well, there must be some misunderstanding. I wonder if something happened. Could they have been in a car wreck? There's a million things that could have happened. Why do you not call the police when they didn't show up? Okay, they were supposed to be on by 10. Oh, maybe a couple hours, because back then they didn't have cell phones. They have pay phones.
No internet.
But if they're out at a horse farm, well, maybe you start kind of rationalizing. Okay, maybe 2 o'clock, maybe 3. Okay, by 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm in a full mom panic and I'm calling the police. Right?
The whole
5 days.
But the whole thing was affected by those two, the mom, Bob and Mary Ann, had.
Not yet. This wasn't it. They didn't know she'd been kidnapped
Well,
yet.
I know, but I'm talking about in general.
Okay.
All of their bad decision making, maybe not this one, but all of their bad decision making, most of it was a result of their sexual relations with B.
Well, they trusted him, and now they had this intimate relationship with him, and they just never thought he would do anything to hurt.
And
the
they're
girl.
members of the church, and they can't they don't want to say anything, and
they'd never heard of pedophiles.
they said they had
Dad
never
said
heard of
they'd
pedophiles.
never heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. So anyway, finally, they get the FBI involved after 5 days. They go out, and the wife of B says, well, he has a camper. They go to where the camper's supposed to be. The camper's gone.
Camper.
So they finally tracked down this car that B had taken her. Oh, by the way, he gave her a sleeping pill. She thought it was an allergy or vitamin, and she passed out. She didn't know what's going on. They find the car with the window busted out and blood all over it. And like something bad has happened. We don't know what's happened, but then they notice a set of footprints, only one set of footprints. They kind of surmised that he kidnapped her and he was carrying her because she was passed out. He put this 12-year-old girl in the camper. She's heavily sedated and chained, and he has a tape. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now. He has a tape recorder playing with alien voices telling her
That's kind of what it sounded like.
that her mother was her mother, but Bob was not her father. Her father was an alien from another planet.
We need to carry out the mission.
And the whole planet is going to be destroyed.
If you don't carry out the mission.
You don't carry out the mission. And your mission is to have a baby with a very special man that's been chosen for this mission with you.
So out on that.
This 12-year-old girl is listening to the tape recorder. She's out of her mind on drugs. She passes back out. When she wakes up, again, the chains are off. And she's getting this message from these aliens. So they finally tell her it's time to start the mission. She's in this camper. She goes into the next room. She doesn't know who's going to be around that corner, but she knows it's the man that's supposed to do this mission with her. She's 12 years old, people. She goes around the corner, and it's B. And she's so happy to see him because she trusts him and loves him and knows him. And he explains to her that they had been abducted and that he got the same mission that she did. Let's go. And he goes and tries to have relations with her. And of course, she's 12, and she's sitting there saying, I think he wanted it to be pleasurable for me, so he didn't go all the way. But it was awful. It was, we're sitting there. Okay, my daughter's 12. She wouldn't fall for that line. Aliens. You got to think it's the 70s. Their parents, you think how naive their parents were, how naive and immature were these kids. They didn't have access to cable and all these ridiculous TV shows.
At that time, babe,
And the alien stories.
A big thing that was in the news, and it was all
Aliens.
newspaper then, newspaper and TV, was UFOs. UFOs, alien abductions.
It was a big thing in the 70s. So she was believing it. She was 12. He takes her to Mexico and marries her. Marries her at 12. Because I guess
apparently
it was legal
that
there
was
at the
legal.
time.
Yeah.
Beside the fact, he's still married to the girl in the United States, the woman in the United States.
Bizarre.
They never addressed that.
Bizarre.
So he decides he's ready to come home, but he wants to live his life as a married couple. So he calls his brother, who is just the craziest person. He's like, yep, B's always had a thing for young'uns.
Joe.
He's always had a thing for young girls. Always thought it was kind of weird, but he's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. I was like, this is your brother?
He's my brother, but he's a pedophile.
So B tells his brother, I want you to call the family and tell them I'm about to call them, but these are my conditions. I'm only coming home with her if you accept this marriage, or otherwise I'm going to take her and never see her again. Okay? So the parents, they get on the phone with him. Anyway, long story short.
Too late.
I know. The FBI goes and picks them up in Mexico.
Yeah.
But before the parents can get to the daughter, because they're going to get on a plane and come find her, B bribes a guard with his gold ring so he can speak to the girl and tells her, you can't say a word about any of this mission because I've been told that if you do, it's going to, if you don't give me this baby, it's going to have to be with your sister, your younger sister. And if this doesn't happen, if we don't do this by your 16th birthday, she's going to go blind and your family's going to be vaporized.
And she believed it.
And she believed it.
She believed all of it. All of it.
So she didn't say a word to anybody. Okay, so she goes back home. The family refuses to press charges because guess what? B says,
well,
I'm going to tell.
Because old Bob had lent a helping hand.
I'm going to tell.
And then he had dirt on the mom.
Dirt on the mom. So the FBI's furious. The family won't cooperate. They still were able to go to court and got him sentenced to 5 years, and he ended up serving less than 3 months for good behavior.
Right.
Crazy. Okay. So that's when she was 12. Then the second the second one was she ran away. When she was 14, she ran away from home. She left a note on the bed that said something about how I need to be me. I have to do this so we won't be destroyed. Right. See, the parents didn't know about this alien thing, but the letter, she said, I have to do this so we won't be destroyed.
I don't have time for your religious morals and all this stuff.
So she runs off, and he puts her in a boarding school in California to hide her, and keeps going back and forth to see her on the weekends. He tells the nuns at this boarding school that he works for the CIA, that they fled Lebanon. The wife had been killed, and now they're in hiding. So he has to still be a CIA agent during the week, but he can come see his daughter on the weekends. But under no circumstances does anybody get to her because it could be the Lebanese coming to kill her. The nuns buy it.
And they bought it. This guy must have been
crazy.
This guy must have been a hell of a salesman. And Joe said he was.
Yeah.
Because he went to work for Joe's car lot. And he said he could sell cars all day long. I guess it's hard for me to understand how he did that, how he did all that.
They finally figure out where she is. They get her home again. And was that the time? Okay, I'm trying to think. So then he gets a job. He moves away after he serves his jail time, and he goes to work at he opens a water park.
In Jackson Hole,
Wyoming. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Yeah. The girl is 14 now, I guess, 14, 15 years old. Every day she begs her parents to let her go see B at the water park. She wants to go work with him over the summer and earn some money. Please let me go. Please let me go. No, you can't go. No, you can't go. Well, she pitched such a fit. It's probably the worst decision I ever made, but I put her on that plane. They stick her butt on a plane.
They put her on, after all this.
After she'd been abducted twice.
They put her on a plane. To go see this guy by herself. And she was there how long? 2 weeks?
No, a long time this time. Isn't this the time? And I might be mixing up my stories, but isn't this the time that she disappeared and he said she was off prostituting herself and selling drugs?
I thought that was when she ran away.
Is that when she ran away?
That's when she ran away because he was keeping in touch with her.
At one point he said she was prostituting herself and selling drugs and stuff. Anyway, they finally got her home. And I don't know what, there was like a big gap. We don't know what the relationship was, but Bob B apparently was going around and he was molesting other children at the time. But when it got time to be her almost 16th birthday, she starts panicking because he told her, you don't have a baby, or the alien said, you don't have a baby by the time you're 16. Your sister's going to be blind. Your whole family's going to be vaporized. And so Jan convinced herself, if I can't convince my sister to complete this mission, because now I'm going to be 16 and I can't complete it, I'm going to have to kill her and then kill myself. She was willing to kill each other. Well, guess what happened? She turned 16 and nothing happened. And that's when she started putting two and two together, thinking, oh my gosh, there is no alien
this is a bunch of crap.
It finally took her till she was 16. Is this the craziest story ever?
No, it's the nuttiest thing I've ever seen. The nuttiest, craziest thing I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of crazy things. That is the craziest story I've ever seen.
B lost interest in her because she was getting older. She was 16. She was too old for his taste at that point.
Yeah.
But there are FBI recordings. He's being interviewed by the FBI, and he admits it. I was interested in her. She was my sole infatuation. We've left out a big part. Before he kidnapped her, or was it after he kidnapped her? It was after he kidnapped her the first time. He went to therapy, and the therapist, he got a wacko therapist that said the only way to overcome his problems was to sleep with a child, just sleep with them. And the parents said, okay, if that helps with your therapy.
They were okay with it.
After she'd been kidnapped the first time, they let the man come into her room, and he would listen to these tapes while he's lying there next to her from this wacko therapist.
I don't know who drove me more nuts in this thing.
It was crazy.
B or those damn parents. Oh, I wanted to slap them. I just couldn't believe how they could keep letting their kid be alone with this guy.
After he kidnapped the daughter twice, I believe, is that when the mom had the sexual affair with him for 2 years? She had a sexual affair with this man for 2 years because he made her feel things that Bob just couldn't make her feel.
Yeah, he did.
Not knowing that what he had done to the husband.
Oh.
Until the documentary.
Mr. Hand?
Yeah. Crazy stuff. So anyway, the mom and the daughter decided to write a book. They went on a book tour when she was an older adult.
And then it kind of forwarded 20 years.
Way forwarded. And B started showing up on the book tour saying, you're lying, this isn't true. And anyway, they finally, because he got caught with a weapon, it was violating his probation, and he was going to have to go to jail. And he said, I will not spend a day in jail. So he took an overdose of his heart medicine and Kahlua. And died.
That's too bad.
And that's how his life ended.
That's too bad. And you know what was kind of morbidly funny was the way Joe described it.
Joe, his brother.
Yeah, his brother said, well, and he wasn't going to spend another day in prison, so he had drank some Kahlua and had a bunch of pills and killed himself.
Yep. That's that.
And that was that. And we were like, what? What just happened?
He's dead. And that was, it was such a letdown. I feel like nobody was vindicated. And the daughter, Jan, she has forgiven her parents, but she said the hardest part was getting her parents to forgive themselves. There's unbelievable. Now I've read, okay, Bob died. The dad died in November.
He just died recently.
Just died like in November. But he did this big reveal about what he did, and he had to carry that with him. And they said wow. Even the director couldn't believe he shared that, because I think he told the FBI because he had to let them know what he had on them, and that's why he wasn't going to pursue charges.
Yeah, nobody knew that until the director of this thing, Skye Borgman, she got into the details of the FBI investigation.
And the dad told it, but he's dead now. And now, did you hear there's going to be maybe as many as 2 sequels?
Yeah.
It was only 90 minutes, but they want to explore how maybe the family's religious faith played into how quick they were to forgive and accept what had happened. And also they want to go into how pedophiles groom not only children, but groom the families to let this happen. So there's going to be a couple of sequels on it.
Unreal.
But that's the long and short of it. And I know there's so many people who are like listening right now saying, but you forgot to talk about this part and that part.
Yeah, here's what the director said, babe, about Bob's indiscretion. She said the filmmaker didn't know about Bob's own indiscretion until she got a hold of FBI documents and court transcripts. Quote, when we were going into the interview, I really wasn't sure if I was going to ask him about it, said Borgman, explaining that Bob volunteered details about the sexual act he performed on Berthold. I think Bob realized that it was a critical element to the story and how Berthold was able to get into the family this way so seamlessly. So yeah, I mean, the guy
got
had
dirt on both
the guy
parents.
had massive dirt on him,
But he got the wife to fall in love with him. And the father even he filed for divorce and took the girls, but then didn't B threaten or something.
well, he burned his dang business down.
Burned the florist shop down because he was afraid that if Bob left with the daughters, he wouldn't be able to get to Jan. And so he needed that marriage, even though he had dirt on him, he needed that family to stay intact so he could still have access to Jan. And then when he burned the business down, that's when everybody realized he could kill us to get to Jan. So the only thing that really ultimately saved her was that she got too old for his taste.
I don't know how to summarize all this.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. And you can't understand how parents can be that stupid. Stupid.
Jan today, she does like speaking tours. She's an actress, right?
She's an actress. She went out to LA for a while. And
she's been married, has a child, but is divorced.
Son. Yeah, now she's back in Utah. They said she works for a theater company or something. So she seems to be really well adjusted for having gone through this, which is crazy. You hear about people that have somebody mean to them in third grade and they spiral out of control and they're in therapy and taking psychotic drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. What she survived and came out, she seems to be normal. I don't understand.
Well, I was reading some stuff on her, and she said it's taken her whole life to get through this. And she said even today, she still measures relationships with men against the one she had with B.
Because she loved him. Loved him as a husband.
She's even today has said there's not a relationship that I've had that would stand up to the love that I had for that guy.
Okay, so she is affected deeply.
Isn't that nuts?
I thought she was normal.
Well,
I guess she had a normal life as she could.
You can't blame her.
No, because of what she was so brainwashed. She really wanted to be this man's wife ultimately. At first, she was freaked out and scared and grossed out until the point where she loved him,
but the parents,
like a husband.
The parents were so unbelievably naive.
Stupid.
Well, I don't know if it's stupid. They're
stupid.
Naive.
Naive is one thing, but somebody kidnaps your kid and then did they know? No, she said that he hadn't touched her. So they didn't know that he had had sex with her. But you still don't let that man go sleep with your daughter okay, let's say you would let the man sleep with your daughter. You'd be in the room sitting there with him. If you truly believe that was part of his therapy, I wouldn't even go that far. I wouldn't even sit in the room with him. That's stupid.
I'd have shot that bee in the nuts is what I would have done.
Crazy. But I'm glad we saw it because if I hadn't seen it, I would not have believed it.
It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I guess I'm glad we watched it.
Well, I thought when I heard Abducted in Plain Sight, it was going to be a cautionary tale to teach us how to be more aware of certain things. But I'm like, there's no way I would fall for that stuff.
They got about 10 minutes in and they're talking about this guy being real good to the children. And I'm like, this is not going to be good.
No. Well,
this is not going to be good.
So anyway, that's Abducted in Plain Sight.
But once again,
I know we got some of that stuff twisted the timeline because we just saw it.
Once again, two men should never take a ride in a car to a park.
That's not
Ask
the
JC.
point.
Ask JC.
Well, after you see this, of course.
Ask him if he'd ever ride with me to the park.
He would.
And I start talking about how I have a lot of pressure.
But I was thinking, we've got close friends. I don't know that would ever I send him a Kelly off with one of the dads alone to do an activity? No, not unless his daughter was there too. Well, that just made no sense either.
None of it made sense. None of it made sense.
I don't know.
All right.
It's crazy. So anyway, Abducted in Plain Sight. Sorry if we spoiled it for you, but don't say you weren't warned.
It'll make you talk. You will converse with your spouse.
Disturbing is what everybody says.
You will talk about it because it is nuts.
Honey, have we talked forever? Do we have time for any letters?
You have. Let's see here.
What? Was that a dig?
No.
I was talking about the movie.
I think we have. We can read these. These don't require a lot of discussion. These are more just.
My husband just took a dig at me, and I know y'all all heard it.
No, I didn't. You want to do something real quick? Do we have any more business to do, or are we done?
Yes, we do.
Okay, why don't you do that one more, and we'll finish it. We'll bring it home for Jerome with these.
Did I talk too much, honey?
No, you never talk too much. Go ahead, babe.
That's not true. I do talk too much sometimes.
Well, see, you just admitted it.
But I was telling a story.
Yeah.
Are you mad at me?
They don't even have to watch the thing now.
Well, that's the point. We said we were going to talk about it and ruin
I know.
it.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Do the ad.
I feel bad now.
No, you shouldn't feel bad.
You know what makes me feel better?
What makes you feel better, babe?
Doing good things for myself. Alan and I'll mention it again for the 17th time this podcast, I feel like. We've been trying to eat healthier and eating cleaner.
No
and
kidding.
Sometimes you cut a lot of things out of your diet. You're missing some of the vitamins that you need, some of the nutrients that really give you, your optimal health. You need to take a multivitamin. Sometimes you need to take, some people take 10, 12 pills a day. I'm like, I can't swallow that many pills. Ugh, the thought of it. So that's what I love about Ritual, because with just 2 pills a day, just take them once a day, 2 pills once a day, you're getting everything you need. This Ritual Essential for Women is the multivitamin reimagined. You get everything from D3 to omega-3. It fills all the gaps in a woman's diet, and it's got this fresh minty taste. So you're not burping up that fishy, gross taste that gets, you taste that, or garlic, you taste it all day. It's a fresh minty taste. It's almost like you don't even need a Tic Tac after you take Ritual Essential for Women. And if you are obsessive about reading labels, it's vegan friendly, sugar free. We're not doing sugar, honey. Non-GMO, gluten free, allergen free. All their sources are 100% out there for the whole world to see. A subscription is easy to start and easy to snooze if you need to. Only about $1 today to have all the vitamins and nutrients your body needs delivered every month.
Better health doesn't happen overnight. Start your year with Essential for Women, a small step that helps create a healthy foundation for 2019 and beyond. Visit ritual.com/sandwich to start your ritual today. That's ritual.com/sandwich.
Thank you, honey, for taking care of the call to action for me.
The CTA. All right, we're going to bring it home for Jerome. We got 2 letters. We don't have to discuss these. These are just kind of people giving us a shout out. We have a good one, but we're going to save that to next week because it does require discussion. Okay. And we went a little long on the...
That's okay.
Yeah. This one is from Donna. Donna says, subject, your song.
Oh, ooh.
Kelly and I tried to do...
this is bringing back bad memories.
A song by Extreme a few podcasts ago called Wholehearted. It was for Valentine's Day.
Don't go back.
Well, here's what Donna says. Sorry, Donna. Donna says, I love music. I've grown up on music. I'm a sweet Adeline, so I sing barbershop style music a cappella.
You having trouble getting it out, honey?
Having a problem getting it out, as it were. My chorus and I train on breathing, tonal values, and other musical stuff. Y'all totally rocked that song on your February 11 podcast. Both of you keep putting yourselves down when it comes to music. Kelly, on the Valentine's Day podcast, you made it seem like y'all totally bombed that song. I heard incredible tone.
Well, thank you.
Your lyrics were in good time.
Thank you.
And so what that you sang 2 verses twice? You did amazing. I would have loved to hear the guitar more.
It was too low. We didn't know it until we played it back.
And Allen, that's a common occurrence on this podcast, but it seems...
Okay, Alan was using one. We only have 2 microphones.
Listen, babe.
So Alan had the guitar and the mic.
Oh,
he was singing into the same mic, and your mic was too low.
Well, you got to ask ED.
You're making it sound like it's my fault.
You got to ask ED about that. I don't know how that works. And so what that you sang 2 verses twice? You did amazing. I would have loved to hear the guitar more and Alan, but it seems you aren't quite set up for that. Mm-mm. When I could hear Alan, he was perfectly complimenting your voice. I give you high scores. She says, full disclosure, I didn't listen to the podcast in order. If there's a way to tell my podcast app what order to play the podcast, I would really love it. I got nothing. Maybe.
I guess you have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Maybe Russ
Face
knows
in order.
that.
I don't know.
Okay. I really enjoy listening to y'all. Kelly, you are a lot more censored than Alan is. I really am entertained by the banter between you two, and you help me accept the differences between my bear and I that we have. I guess that's her husband.
My bear?
My bear?
Aw, his name is Bear?
Well, she says bear. I can't wait to hear the next podcast and what y'all do, including Larry and Emma Kelly and Brooke and Cole and Dylan. By the way, have you ever noticed how Alan and his kids' names start from A and then they go to D? And then you add your daughter and we're now at E.
Yep, A, B, C, D, E.
Anyway,
okay.
I really enjoy y'all. Take care and may God continue to bless you. Sincerely, Donna. That's a very nice letter.
Very nice. Thank you, Donna.
Okay, one more, babe, and we'll bring it.
We probably aren't going to sing again for a very long time.
We'll bring it home for Jerome. This one's from Jordan. Jordan, the subject is university movie. This is funny because this just came up. It says, hey, Alan, I was just curious about the movie you were in a while back. I thought it was on Amazon Prime, but I haven't been able to find it. Love y'all's podcast. I've listened to every episode.
Oh, dude. You're a rock star.
Yeah, Jordan, I did an indie film. When was that? Last summer?
Yeah.
Last spring and summer?
I think
was
so.
It last? Yeah, it was last spring and summer. We filmed a movie called The University of Las Colinas. The director, Larry, is editing right now. And in fact, I need to do some voiceover stuff for him, and I still haven't got him.
Do it as soon as we wrap up this podcast.
And as soon as we wrap up the podcast, I'm going to do that. But he told me he's editing right now, and he's looking at the late summer for a release. And I think his plan was Amazon Prime. And he also told me these kind of really goofy, dumb indie American movies are really popular overseas. So I think he's going to try to distribute it in Asia on DVD.
Great.
But it's a kind of a football themed movie, so he's trying to do it right before football season. So
we're very excited.
Oh yeah, I can
It's
hardly
gonna be something to see
my big 20-pound heavier fat butt on the screen.
Yeah, something that JC and you were supposed to do together, and JC had to drop out at the last minute because they had some issues in the health issues with his mother-in-law, who's actually doing so much better now.
Act with JC in an indie film?
Yeah, it sounded like fun, didn't it?
I would do. Go riding in a car with JC to a park? No, not doing that.
What if you had to act out that scene in a movie as an actor?
Well, then I'm playing B.
Oh my. That says a lot right there.
I'll be the jerky.
Oh, Alan. Oh my.
Not
and we're going to end on that note.
Not the
Okay.
All right, babe. This has been fun. I love you desperately.
Love you too.
Thank you for doing this podcast with me.
Sorry I talked too much.
No, you did great. You did great. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good, Larry, when you have a good sandwich.